Hello everyone and welcome. This is Christine with Powder Crafts, and today I'm super excited to be participating in the Team Tiny Holiday Hop. This is a hashtag driven hop, so if you're interested in seeing all of the videos, you can put in the search bar hashtag Team Tiny Holiday Hop. It's also in the title of this video. For those of you who are not familiar with Team Tiny, we are a group of crafty YouTubers looking to build our YouTube channels. All of the crafters in this group have less than 1,000 subscribers. We do hops right now about twice a month, so you'll see some of the members doing the first one and some of the members doing the second one. This is the second one for this month. You'll usually see them around the beginning and the end of the month. This month's theme, or the theme for this particular hop, is Holiday Slimline. So I've gone out and already prepared some of my slimline elements. I'll be using the stamp set from Gerda Steiner Designs. It's called Carol Kitten. The sentiment in that stamp set is joy to the world. I'm just using some Versamark ink, and we're going to use the Ranger embossing powder in the color Liquid Platinum for this particular sentiment. So I've gone ahead and we're going to stamp that out a couple of times because my Versamark pad definitely needs to be replaced. But it works. I just sometimes have to stamp it once or twice, especially when the things that I'm embossing, and in this case the word, are a little bit thicker, like the joy is a little bit thicker, so I really want to make sure that that's really nicely coated with the embossing powder. This powder is one of my favorites. It's so pretty. So I've cut out some hills out of just some white cardstock and a pair of scissors, nothing fancy with those. And for my main card panel here, I want to add some musical notes that are found in the stamp set around my little kitties. So I kind of just tossed 3 on there just to get an idea where I need to stamp those musical notes. And I forget to use my baby powder on this. So when I go to add the embossing powder, it kind of gets all over. I try to clean it up a little bit, but I decided to just scratch that. Let's flip this over. We'll grab that baby powder, sprinkle it on so that the embossing powder I want it to stick to. There are definitely embossing tools you could use to do something that's very similar. When I first started card making, I was still learning what I would want to do. Was this something I was going to continue to do? So sometimes I didn't always invest in everything. However, I found the baby powder works well, and really after several years of card making, I still have that same bottle of baby powder. So until that bottle is gone, I won't be purchasing any embossing tools. This works just fine, but again, I don't really have anything to compare it to. So now that my musical notes have been stamped and they are heat embossed, we are going to add some distress ink to our panel. We've got some tumbled glass distress ink. I have Stormy Sky and Dusty Concord. I am using the Bristol Smooth paper. I generally use watercolor because I find for me it blends a little bit better. But you know, I haven't used the Bristol Smooth in quite a while, and I was really impressed with it. It did a really nice job. I chose it this time just because I didn't want my musical notes to be on any kind of bumpy watercolor paper. I did note though that with the Bristol Smooth you have to be careful because when you put your hands on it you will get fingerprints, but it was able to be fixed quite quickly. So now I know why everyone has that paper. It literally leaves your fingerprints on it. Not that I didn't think it did before, I just never had that happen when I use watercolor paper. I don't know. So now that that's all set, you'll see I changed out my card base. I started with a red card base and now we switched over to black because the background really didn't look that good with the red. I had a kind of a different plan for it when I started and it kind of turned into something else. So we'll go ahead and put our main panel down, and then I'm going to add my hills. So this is the bigger of the 2 hills. It'll go on first, and I'm just adhering that directly onto my panel. Then I am going to grab the Joy to the World sentiment piece, that hillside, and that will get popped up on some foam adhesive. And I'm only adding it to the bottom just in case any of these little kitties need to go underneath that hill a little bit. I haven't quite planned out how they're going to lay on the card yet. I know they're going to be kind of in the middle, grouped together, but I didn't lay it out first. So we're just going to add the foam tape to the bottom. Once that is all set, we are going to go ahead and choose our kittens. I have 6 left from what I had previously colored. So we'll just grab the 3 that I think will go together, and we will start putting those on the card. So the first one here is the little kitty with the blue hat. We're going to put him in the middle, and then we'll add our 2 other kitties where their eyes are showing to either side. Now this little girl, I didn't want her to be behind the snowbank so much. If it was just a little bit, I probably would have put her there, but it was a lot. I was hiding her a lot. So we decided to pop her up on the snowbank instead of behind the snowbank. We just added some foam adhesive to the top half of the image and some tape runner to the bottom, and we will stick her down there. Now, when I stamped out the musical notes, one area did not stamp very well, it didn't emboss very well, and we're going to cover that with a snowflake like sequin. So I have this really tiny amount of sequins left that have some white sequins and some snowflakes. And these snowflakes are really nice size. I think they'll hide that little musical note right there really well. So we're going to add 3 of the snowflakes. And then once I add those, I decide, you know, I'm going to add 3 more of the white sequins, and we'll add those on there. Now, when I am done, I have 2 snowflakes and 3 circular sequins left. They may or may not end up on this card, but I don't think I'm going to put them away because at this point, it's really not, you know, we really probably should just use them up. So we'll go ahead and put those down. Now my card does not want to stay flat, and I'm going to add some diamond stickles. Now diamond stickles will move if your card's not flat. So I'm going to go ahead and use some adhesive that I will be able to remove later and add some diamond stickles along these hills. I'm totally falling back in love with the diamond stickles. I loved it at one point, and then I really got into the Nouveau glitter drops, and recently just really gotten right back into diamond stickles. I love the sparkle, love the shine, but it doesn't add any dimension. So if I want dimension, I will use the Nouveau glitter drops, but for this, for snowbanks, love the diamond stickles. Anyway, thank you so very much for joining me. Don't forget to hop along, #TeamTinyHolidayHop. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. But until next time, everyone, have a great day. Thanks. Bye.